Good afternoon, Jason Phillips from Auto Appraise, autoappraise.com, 800-301-3886. Early November, we're north of Detroit, Michigan today. I'm doing a salvage title inspection on a repaired 2008 Subaru Impreza. The car looks pretty good. It's got a small dent right there. Ran the digital paint meter around it, and it appears to have all factory paint readings, anywhere from 3 to 4.5 on various panels. Took about 30 readings on the car. It does have some small scratches and nicks practically on every panel. The car appears to have been a Hurricane Sandy survivor. That's a saltwater flood, for those of you who don't know. And saltwater, it'll do a few things to a car. The dealer selling the car reports that only the front bumper has been changed, that the body panels are all original, based on a magnetic adhesion test. That seems to be the case. Doors open and close well, trunk and hood latch as they should. Just minor physical damage on, again, just about every panel. Some interesting things to see on this car that you don't always get to see when you see saltwater damaged cars. You'll notice some of the white salt stains still on the cushions. You notice a little orange oxidation up high in spots. The bolts holding the seats in place, you can see that those have a significant amount of rust. Up here in the where the hinges bolt to the body, there's some residue. Hard to tell exactly if it's just dirt and grease or not, but looking into the seat hinges when they recline, there's some rust stains here, and I don't have my flashlight with me. You can't see the hinges inside the seats very well, but you can see some evidence of rust and oxidation on the seat hinges, because that's what salt water does. The wiring harness and computers have reportedly been changed on this vehicle. We just took it out for a ride, and it seems to drive pretty good. Turbo kicks in. The air conditioning is not operating, but it's always hard to tell how high the water got, which sometimes has an effect on value. We've got some salt stains here in the tonneau cover. A little bit of mold there happening, needs to be cleaned up. Some water was obviously sitting on top of that jack and spare, and so you can see evidence of water in various locations. This retractable tonneau cover has some rust and salt stains as well. Up here high on the hinges, you'll notice some sediment. And that appears to be maybe the remnants of some salt on the edge. So it's possible this thing was dunked. Hard to tell. It really is hard to tell. It definitely has evidence of salt damage beneath it and water stains. It's got some chips on the bumper. Rear bumper wasn't really touched, but the paint looks nice. It doesn't smell funny. The underbody rails aren't all scarred up from being lifted by a fork truck at the salvage auction. Give you a quick view under the hood. We'll take a short ride. Some of the other key points: the oil was nice and clean, antifreeze was full. Some of the other small things you're looking for on a salvage inspection is the rust level on the bolts that are holding some of the components in place, and on the clips that don't always get, they get power washed but they don't get changed. And as you look around back into here on the retaining bolts to hold the hood props, you see corrosion that high. See some sediment built up back there underneath the hood hinges. Back down there, the tags on the transmission, and a few other spots. This clip right here is deteriorating through the factory finish. The engine in this car was reportedly replaced. The hood's got some touch-ups, and based on the factory digital low readings, we're assuming that the hood did not get replaced, just the front bumper cover. Probably got damaged when a fork truck was moving it around. Starter makes a little bit of odd noise upon engagement, nothing horrible. Showing 81,886 miles. Radio works. Air conditioning is not blowing cold, and the low tire light indicator is on. Passenger airbag off light is on. That's what that is. I've not found the key spot to flip it on, or the switch. A little bit of rust I might have pointed out inside the cigarette lighter, and some stains inside the glove box. This car is being inspected because a credit union ordered it, trying to protect its member. And that's a real good idea. If you need an inspection like this done on a salvage title car, or any kind of car for that matter, classics included, give us a call, 800-301-3886. Jason Phillips from Auto Appraise. Fitting in a quick commercial there while we finish up the test drive. The turbo kicks in really nice. It's a 35-mile-an-hour zone, but I had it up to 60 for just a minute on the way out, and it holds up good. Brakes apply nicely. There's no pull or pulse. There's a little bit of grooving going on in the rear rotors. Those look original. Fronts might have been changed. The car seems to shift fine. Got about an inch or less of free play at the top of the pedal. And clutch engagement is off the floor about 2 inches. Doesn't feel particularly worn. Radio works, tach works, gas gauge appears to work, power mirrors work, power windows work, but the rear right window goes up very, very slow. Probably going to need a power window motor before long, or some service. 2 scratches on the dash. But generally speaking, a decent little car. Hard to know if that salt's going to continue to eat away at some of the components. That's what it does. That's why saltwater cars are somewhat of a risk. Let us know if we can be of service to you. Jason Phillips from Auto Appraise, finishing up an inspection for a bank credit union loan. 2008 Subaru, down north of Detroit, Michigan today. Thanks for watching.